The third series of our Oil Palm Rich Estate explanatory video, we promise to give you a highlight on how this project benefits you as a better strategy for a rental income planning. I mean, it is good that most of us invest in real estate for rental income purposes. So you want to build a home today and have 17 flats, 15 flats to be able to guarantee you rental income. But we are going to help you to make that decision better by explaining to you that there is a better way to also plan your rental income via Oil Palm Tree Estate. And this will be more practical because we will explain to you figuratively how much you're going to make from your rental income on housing versus how much you're going to make from an oil palm tree estate, if that is a better strategy for your rental income purpose. So let's look at this. If in Lagos State today you need to build a 4-bedroom flat and you want to have maybe 4 units, let's choose a location. The best location we can take for a good income plan is maybe Ikeja. An average property in Ikeja would go for 150 million naira, depending on the location in Ikeja. So if you are having to buy a plot of land for 150 million naira, don't forget our goal is to be able to plan a rental income, and we are doing a 4 units of 3-bedroom flats. Per unit of this will be built into the entire project. So let's assume this project will consume another 100 million. Because if you're going to build a 4 units of flats, you're going to spend well over 100 million in Nigeria today. So this would make our cost plus 100 million. The cost of acquisition, the cost of the project, 100 million. This is just a projection. We are not saying this is what is obtaining with the market. But at 250 million, which is almost impossible, because you may not even get a plot of land for 150 million in Ikeja. But let's assume at 150 million for your land and 100 million for your project, you have spent an average of 250 million naira. To rent out this property, a 3-bedroom flat will take us an average of 2 million naira per month, per annum. So your 4 unit has the capacity to generate for you 2 million naira per flat times 4. That's 8 million naira per annum. So in calculating the profitability of your rental income, let's look at how many years it will take us to recover your 250 million naira. How many years? So simply divide your capital investment by your rental income. So 250 million by 8 million will give us how much? So if you divide 250 million naira, which is the average of this projection, by 8 million naira rental income per annum, it will give you 31.25. Not in naira, not in dollars, but years. It will take you 31 years to recover your investment. Is that a good strategy? To some persons, that is the only option they know, and that's the only option they understand. But you can see this is not a good strategy at all. You're going to invest 250 million naira, and in 31 years, you have not broken even. 31 years. Because all your income will even depreciate. You may not even get this 250 million back in 31 years, because as the building grows older, the value of rent will depreciate. New buildings will spring up in that community. Your building will become outdated, and people will not even desire to live in it. And you are forced to bring down the value of your rent. But let's look at this versus the oil palm tree estate as another strategy for your rental income. let's look at this strategy versus the oil palm tree. Now, our sum is 250 million naira. So the sum you are investing in your rental income plan is 250 million naira. With 250 million naira, what can we do with oil palm tree estate? I'll give you a practical look with our estate in Ado-Odo-Ota, our Palm Fortune City, which also houses the Palm Ridge Estate Phase 6. And the price presently is just 510,000 naira per plot. So let's take 510,000 naira per plot. And let's divide that by 200 million and set aside 50 million as an operational cost, which we may still have to come back to. So how many plots can you acquire from your 200 million naira? 392. So if we base our calculation on setting aside 200 million from your 250 million to acquire this Palm Ridge Estate, which is designed for you to have oil palm trees, you will have 392 plots of land occupied with oil palm trees. And now this is the projection, which is verifiable anywhere. Go on your Google, go to NIFO, go to anywhere and verify the figures that we're giving you. Per plot of this palm tree estate have the capacity of giving you an average of 360,000 naira per annum. Yes, 300,000 and above. Let's take that as a lesser projection. And how do we arrive at our projection? That have to be practical. How did we arrive at our projection? On your one plot of land, you have 10 trees of oil palm trees. And on the 10 trees, you can mill an average of 2 25-liter kegs of palm oil. Take that note. You can mill 2 25-liter kegs, which is 50 liters of palm oil every month. And so for the first peak period of the year, which is January, late December till late May, June, we will have an average of 12 kegs. That's 6 months, which should give us 2 times 6, have an average of 12 25-liter kegs of palm oil. Why are we using 25-liter kegs? That is what is common in Nigeria, and we're going to base our calculation on that. Now, for the last 6 months of the year, where the palm oil production declined because of weather, you may not be able to have same production capacity. But let's even assume that for the last part of the year, you have just 4 kegs for 6 months. You're going to be having an average of 18, that's plus 4. You're going to be having an average of 18 25-liter kegs of palm oil from your one plot. 16, sorry. You're going to be having an average of 16 25-liter kegs of palm oil. In other words, you're going to be having an average of 16 15-liter kegs. 8 15-liter kegs of palm oil. Let's make our calculation market-based. In Nigeria today, in the market, a keg of palm oil fluctuates between 20 to 30,000 and above. That's the perfect reality of what you get in the market. So at 20,000 naira per 25-liter keg, multiplied by your 16 keg in a year, that will give you an average of 360,000 naira in total revenue. Now you have 392 plots. So multiply your 360,000 naira by 392 plots. Multiply this by 360k. We multiply it will give us 141 million and some fractions. 141 million and some fractions from palm oil alone. Don't forget that your palm tree farm has the capacity of giving you palm oil, palm kernel cake, and other byproducts. But just from palm oil alone, you're having a revenue potential of 141 million naira. Now, if you base this calculation in 5 years, you are profitable already. Let's say we take the calculation for 3 years. In 3 years, multiply this by 3. 423 million. So by the 6th year of your palm tree farm, by the 6th year, or let's give you an average of even 10 years, your investment in oil palm tree has far broken even compared to your investment in normal housing or house rental income. Like we said, this project is based on rental income value, and we have seen that a rental income value in Ikeja will give us only 8 million naira per annum, and it will take us 31 years for us to break even with our 250 million naira to recover back our investments. So if you are investing in rental income, it's not a good investment. Rental income in housing is not a good investment. You wait for 31 years, no matter how Ikeja it is, 31 years to recover your 250 million naira. So it's just an emotional investment. Oh, I have a property in Ikeja and I'm getting rent. Good. But in terms of business, the break-even is over 31 years. So like we said, in the 31 years value, from 10 years, the building will have started depreciating. Your rental value will not be as relevant as the new properties that are springing up in that area. And we also gave a comparison with the oil palm tree. And we said to you that from your one plot that generates 360,000 naira per annum, on your 3, and we said a 200 million naira value will give us, 392 plots of land. In comparison with our oil palm tree estates projection, one plot of land will generate you 360,000 naira per annum. And if you are to invest your 250 million in Ikeja versus investing your 250 million naira in oil palm tree estates, we have advised that you can even keep the 50 million. Let's invest 200 million naira. And your 200 million will give you 392 plots of land. Your 392 plots of land has the capacity to generate 360,000 naira times 392. What would that value be? And that will be equal to 141 million. Versus your 8 million naira per annum from your 250 million naira. Your 200 million naira on an oil palm tree farm that will give you 392 plots will give you an estimate of 141 million naira per annum. From rental value alone, the oil palm tree is much more profitable compared to your house income, your house rental income. Let's look at the land value appreciation as the last part of this video. On the land value appreciation, your investment in Ikeja is 250 million naira for one plot. Ikeja is a developed area, and appreciation level in the developed area is not as compared to the local or the developing areas. So we are basing that based on our research on 5% appreciation. So 5% appreciation per annum on 250 million naira will be equal to 12.5 million naira. So your Ikeja property will have an appreciation value of 12.5 million naira every year. And with our projections for 31 years versus the oil palm tree also for 31 years, the Ikeja property in 31 years will have appreciated by 12.5 12.5 million by 31. 12.5 million by 31 will give us how much? 387.5 million naira. This will be your appreciation value in 31 years, plus your 250 million naira, which is your capital investment. So you have 637 million naira. So in 31 years, your one plot of land in Ikeja will be worth almost 700 million. In 31 years, your one plot of land, your 392 plot of land, don't forget, our calculation is based on your investment sum, which is 250 million. With our oil palm tree land appreciation at 510,000 naira per plot, a developing area will appreciate at over 20% per annum. Because as the years go by, population will move to developing areas, industrialization and every other value will move to that area, and land value will appreciate far better. And that we can bear witness with in Lagos State, Lekki versus Ikeja. Lekki 30 years ago was a developing area. Today, a plot of land in Lekki is over 200, 300 million in appreciation because it was a developing area. So if you base on 20% appreciation per annum, this land will appreciate at 102,000 naira per year. In 31 years, it will have appreciated by 102,000 times 31. 3,162. So your one plot of land will appreciate by 20% per annum and at 102,000 naira in value, which will give you, by the number of plots you have, 392, it will give you 3.16 plus, 3,162 million naira per annum, multiplied by your 392 plots of land. Times 392. So your land value will be in 31 years, your investment in oil palm tree at 200 million naira versus your investment in your Ikeja property at 250 million naira. The difference is clear. Your Palm Ridge estate or your oil palm tree farm will have appreciated to 1.2 billion plus, while your Ikeja property will be 637 million naira. And with this video, we'll be able to let you understand that if you want to choose a rental income plan, if you want to choose an investment plan, the oil palm tree, it's a viable, consistent formula that can help you plan your income. And with this, we welcome you to Palm Ridge Estates, which is a laudable investment project by Asset Rise Limited, as a means for you to plan your rental income and your retirement income plan. Thank you, while we see you at the next episode of this series of investing in oil palm tree.